Hey guys, it's Juliana, founder of Scale Time, and a lot of you have been asking us what exactly does it look like to work with Scale Time. So I wanted to jump onto the computer and show you step by step how we're going about getting these amazing results for our clients. All right, so let's just hop right in. So if we go on here, we can see, okay, well, we start with, to onboard you and we do our scale map. Then we have our kickoff, which is usually about 20 minutes. And afterwards, we go into document gathering. Then we're going to invite, your team to the Ninja Systems group. And the business owners get to go to Scale Tribe, which is our Facebook group, where we get to geek out on all the cool stuff. After we do your scale map, right, we decide on what it actually looks like in terms of working with us from month to month. And in the first 3 months, we really are setting out the foundations for where are your biggest bottlenecks. And we're going to break those up into different modules. And each module is going to have a different core process of the business. So we're taking a look at, things such as production, client onboarding, team onboarding, hiring, sales, account management. And we're creating a flexible map for you. And that's what it looks like to get started with us. Now, most of you can say, hey, I can do this myself. Or you might have already started, but you might not know what you don't know. And we're going to go over, in your scale map, what our diagnostic looks like. Because in the diagnostic, we're going to go into the nitty-gritty of what's really happening in your business. And we're going to identify about 15 core areas or more of everything from your digital marketing to your project management, account management, team onboarding. We're going to figure out, do you have a workflow? What are you tracking? What kind of technology are you leveraging? Do you have training materials, support materials? What does your volume look like? And with this diagnostic, we're going to empower you to make better decisions. And we have seen that clients reclaim 6 to 10 hours a week per team member by just doing this. And with the diagnostic, you'll be able to understand your business operations and business even more. Think about it as like we're doing spring cleaning. So you can focus on either hiring more people, creating more efficiencies, or really opening up those bottlenecks to focus on the growth of the business. Now, imagine, how much you pay yourselves or how much you pay your team members. Let's pretend it's $100, an hour. If you're serving 6 to 10 hours a week per person per hour, that's like $2,500 back in your pocket per team member. And that's me like lowballing it. It's a huge, huge thing. Now, after this, we're going to really take a look at, all of the processes that we're going to consider and say, okay, how much of each process is really ready to be delegated for peak performance, right? And when I say delegated for performance, I mean, we can completely delegate a process to a team. Like if that either team lead or someone in the team, if a critical employee leaves, it's okay because it's ready to go for the next person. And you're no longer left vulnerable. And every single client gets their own portal where we interact with you as a team. And it could be a few team members, it can be a bunch of team members. And this is where, we're going to help you to gather documents. And we've made this really, really simple so that you can get, you can ask us questions and I can give you feedback no matter where you are in the world or I am in the world. And also, before our actual sessions, we make it absolutely dummy proof. So we tell you what to gather, as you go in here, we tell you exactly, what is it that we need from you? We ask you questions and we contextualize it so that you're not having to worry about how is it that you're creating this process. We're guiding you every step of the way. And what the sessions are is they're 3.5 hours, and they're sprint sessions. So every month when we go ahead and we do those modules, they're going to be, we think about creating your process as a product, and really about codifying your business. And how we do that is we do it in sprints, and it's a very iterative process. So once you do all your treasure hunting and gathering all of your documents, we get on a call and we identify gaps and opportunities. We figure out how to leverage your tech stack. We design your process with a flow chart, and we're doing documentation review. And then afterwards, there's an action plan for the team. So all of this is being done so that it doesn't get overwhelming, and you have a lot of support from our team in actually getting things implemented. All of our working sessions are just that. They're working sessions, and it's all hands on deck. We can all collaborate. Your consultant will be driving and taking notes and really helping you map things out. But, everything is there so that you can iterate on it when you're off session, so that your team can make decisions, and so that you can fine tune and iterate on that process, right? Because we're really getting our hands dirty with you and creating everything. We're also doing documentation review. As you can see, it's all collaborative, all hands on deck, and we can start to see the different types of iterations and communication that clients will then go ahead and take after the session to really create those amazing, repeatable processes and documentations, whether they're internal or external. Now, just to give you an example, one of our clients, after we really codified their system, they ended up being able to take everything, right, make the business run smoothly, and then, increase their sales pipeline, and it tripled. It went up 290%. They closed $467,000 in 4 months of being engaged with us. And that's what this does, right? That's what we're able to do, is really make life easy and focus on growth. And we do that with, offside of our sessions, we have the second session, which is the performance session. And that's where we're going through everything that we've done in the past, and for that month, depending on what the module is. Now, if the module is, let's say it's your production, and we are going to check out, okay, what are we doing? What needs to be troubleshooted? How are we measuring this? We might dig into your project management system. We might be saying, okay, how do we, make our different backlog? How do we fix that? Or maybe there's team members that, have some resistance, or maybe, we really want to, hire someone. And those are all of the things that are done in the second session of the month, which is the performance session. Now, in between those 2 sessions of the month, we're providing you with consistent support. And we do that for the team, as I had mentioned in the first, and they get into this group called the Badass Systems Ninjas. Now, this is a no owners hub where they're getting, they're able to ask us questions, and they're interacting with each other from other digital agencies. Now, they're not sharing your special sauce, but they are getting feedback on what are the best practices. They can ask our team questions, and then we have a hub where we're giving them more knowledge on implementation. We have Facebook Lives where, they're able to ask us, and we're like, wow, this is a really great question for everyone to listen to. So we get on there and we go through how to hack things, how to have less meetings overall, how to have more effective meetings, project management, all of the nitty-gritty questions that your team might have. So they're not bombarding you with it. We're supporting them so that they feel like they have a team behind them to help them implement, because we know that they're the boots on the ground. Now, for the owners, they can also ask us questions through our portal. And most of them, as most of you might enjoy, we would love to geek out on tech and things that are more efficient. So for them, we have them go into our Scale Tribe where we get to really geek out on marketing hacks and tech hacks and advertising hacks and making everyone's world just all that more efficient so that you can focus on growth, you can focus on your family, you can focus on your loved ones. Now, if all of this sounds good to you, we'll hook you up with one of our amazing team members and book a call. And, we promise that with this call, our whole mission is that people succeed. So, even if you're not a great fit, you are going to get connections, introductions, resources that are going to lead you to the path of success, because that is what we're committed to.